It is a researched and studied fact that dating now is harder than ever before.
So when you go home for the holidays and Uncle Bill is like, why don't you have a boyfriend or girlfriend? You can just show them this video.
This video is going to explain why women can't hold on to a long-term relationship. I doubt that. Everybody prepare themselves for weak sauce dribble that is apparent from the first 12 seconds.
But we are going to talk about the challenges of modern day dating. But first, welcome back to Book Club. This is part 3 of How to Not Die Alone. Be sure to follow to stay updated on Book Club, and all of the other parts are in this playlist. Modern day dating has a unique set of problems. The author says if looking for love has left you feeling incredibly stressed out, here is why. Number 1, we shape our own identities. Historically, thinking really big picture, it's common to marry someone just because they're from the same town as you. In today's day and age, though, we have all these existential questions like, who am I and what do I want out of life? Which is incredible, but there's also a darker, more stressful side of all of this freedom and all of these possibilities.
That felt like a full-fledged buildup of head-shrinking jargon that equals to a mountain of useless rambling. That entire bullet point she just spouted off was nothing more than a cognitive emotional loop. Seriously, the entire point here is to get a super emotional charge of more freedoms have a darker, more stressful side. Really? Go around in circles much? I have read more useful lines out of a fortune cookie, and that was after I scarfed down cheap Chinese takeout.
Number 2, we have too many options. With dating apps and social media, we literally have thousands of potential partners at our fingertips. This makes it more difficult, not less difficult to date because of something called the paradox of choice.
The paradox of choice is nothing more than a weak excuse for that segment of society that is anxiety-ridden, i.e. women, as they are twice as likely to be diagnosed with anxiety disorders. Links in the description. That's why they need you to tell them what to eat for dinner. Stop the BS, not being satisfied with the choice you made because there may have been a slightly better option, and your choices is the epitome of the hypergamy mindset. Not to mention, the Paradox of Choice book by Barry Schwartz is a complete myth. If it were true, socialism would beat out capitalism every time. Fewer choices do not lead to happiness, ladies. You just need to take accountability for your choices rather than try to blame the results on someone or something else.
Number 3, we yearn for certainty. We live in an information-rich environment. Like, you can Google reviews for literally anything and have a good understanding of the type of commitment that you're getting yourself into, except when it comes to relationships. Because, like we talked about in part 2, great relationships are built and not discovered. Assurance in relationship doesn't exist. You put in the work to make it work. I'm having such a bad hair day.
This is true, but not surprisingly, the biggest factor is left out of that one, and that is women have little incentive to put in the work to make a relationship last. The moment they don't feel happy, they figure their feelings are facts. They know they will get rewarded with half of their husband's belongings, plus an alimony payout and child support. And to top it off, they can weaponize the legal system against men. It's called domestic violence mandatory arrest laws, where a man can be arrested on accusations even without any evidence. Look up your local laws, as at least 16 states have those laws on the books, according to the American Bar Association. I'll take my word for it. I mean, women put in for 70% of all divorces. Proof is in the pudding.
Is number 4, social media leads us to compare and despair. Because everyone's posting their highlight reel, you might feel like you're the only person with a struggling love life. And this can apply whether you're single, dating, or in a committed relationship.
Women trying to outdo other women for likes on social media posts? Nah, get out of here. So does that mean social media is to blame, or is it the women's addiction to a dopamine hit for attention to blame? I mean, it's not enough for her to be happy with her man's validation. Nope, she needs the validation of thousands of strangers in order to feel complete.
Number 5, we lack relationship role models. In the US, about 50% of marriages end in divorce, and that number was even higher in the 70s and 80s. According to some researchers, our generation might be disillusioned because of that when it comes to relationships. Also, I thought this was kind of a sad fact. 4% of married people report feeling miserable in their relationship, which is why we're reading books like this.
Again, the convenience of leaving out key factors such as the reason divorce rates are lower now is because marriage rates are drastically low. Win for men though. Divorce statistics from over 115 studies, links in the description, found between 2000 and 2019, marriage rates in the US dropped from 8.2 per thousand people to 6.1 per thousand people, and divorce from 4.0 per thousand people to 2.7 per thousand people. Interestingly enough, these same studies found that women filing for divorce went from an average of 66% to a soaring 75% on average. And as for marriage role models, look at your grandparents, or as the studies show in modern times, the 5 professions with the lowest divorce rates are farmers, podiatrists, clergy, optometrists, and agricultural engineers. Go figure.
Number 6, there are far more ways to be in a relationship. Language around relationships have changed. Are we hooking up? Are we in a situationship? Are we talking? Are we dating? Are we exclusive? It literally didn't used to exist. It was just like, are we boyfriend and girlfriend? Or are we not? Open and non-monogamous relationships are also on the rise. So you have, again, just more options in how to be in a relationship. Again, options are exciting, but it can also come with a sense of analysis paralysis.
And who is responsible for modern day dating? That would be women, because men aren't the ones who got the hookup liberation. In fact, we had to marry you ladies and give you the wife title, but you are all liberated and you now complain about the dating market you demanded? This is your Frankenstein's monster, not men. I would argue one of the primary reasons men are moving far away from marriage is because we are incentivized not to marry.
And number 7, we feel the pressure to get this decision right. But like we said, is there even such a thing as right? But there's so much hope, especially when we work to understand and better ourselves, which is what we're going to continue to do in book club. So follow for part 4.
Better themselves. Let me guess, a woman's version of bettering herself is not settling because she deserves everything like the queen she is. I'm going to advise men to invest in cat food, pet stores, and wine manufacturers because I have a hunch those are going to have strong ROIs. Are you searching for the right software to masterfully edit your videos? Then check out Wondershare Filmora, the one platform to push your storytelling boundaries. With Filmora, you will have access to royalty-free stock media, visual effects plugins, and smart templates to easily inject more variety into your videos. Filmora will help you grow with access to tutorials, tools, and a platform to create even better videos to share with their built-in community. Click the link in the description to sign up for a free trial and use the coupon code on the screen to save 10% on your purchase.
Tell us your wife stopped having sex with you without telling us your wife stopped having sex with you. My guy, this is false. But let's talk a little bit about desire. So men have spontaneous desire. Women can just look at a man and, well, he's ready to go. Not so easy for most of us women. We have responsive desire, which means when we've spent all day with children, maybe nursing a baby, cleaning up after children, we're not just magically in the mood. But when husbands take responsibility and maybe, I don't know, put the children to bed while we take a bath and unwind, that's hot. That's what responsive desire looks like.
This little rant was probably based on a delusional thought which will not generate a shred of hot desires from a woman. If anything, it will do the exact opposite. Ladies, I'm going to shoot this woman's points out. Firstly, let me address her saying that intimacy-less marriages are when women stop showing interest is false. That is BS, as it is documented as one of the many causes of intimacy-less marriages. Women are not innocent of this, and many men have heard the "I got a headache" excuse more than once. Secondly, the cop-out excuse of "I'm taking care of the kids" or "I'm cleaning the house" is pure weak sauce. What, men just sit around all day twiddling their thumbs, just fantasizing about what they're going to do to you at night? No, most men are hard at work, providing for their families, and don't use their jobs as an excuse not to be intimate unless extreme circumstances are warranted. Thirdly, you want him to take on responsibilities like he isn't already? Okay, how about you ladies fix things? Move the heavy stuff around and fight off the home invaders while you're at it. Why is it that your roles in the home are negotiable while a man's roles are not? And finally, a man doing dishes or any of his woman's duties is not hot. Last time I checked, romance novels are not based on a man working on a dishwasher or folding the kids' underwear. In reality, men will lose intimacy and respect from women for doing said roles. Women are attracted to men for being men, not for acting like women. Sure, men can lend a hand, but don't even try to make it sound seductive. That's actually borderline pathetic. Moving on.
This is the kind of single that sucks. You wake up alone and you start your day. You have a long day and you come home and you have no one really to tell about your long day. So you sit down, you watch a movie, you watch a show, you read a book. Something is sad, something is funny, something is motivating, and you have no one to tell. And you open up your phone and you have no notifications. And you go on social media and you check out your friends and your family. And they all have people in their lives that will always come before you, as they should, but you have no one.
So far, it's sounding like it's a pretty awesome day. You come straight home without any unnecessary detours. No one is looking for you to fix something. No one is at home to nag you about something. You sit down and watch a movie or a game without any interruptions. No one is leaving you any notifications on your phone for you to worry about. I failed to see the downside. Oh wait, I was using the male lens. Sorry, let me correct myself. This sounds so terrible. Just look at those eyes. There's no denying the tears were flowing. Speak your truth, girl. Let's hear the rest.
So you close your phone and you go to bed, and before you fall asleep, you check your dating apps. And if you're single and on dating apps, I don't need to say any more. Then you lay in bed and you check your notifications again, and there are none. Then you go to bed alone, and you wake up alone. Rinse and repeat.
For my female viewers, I think you already caught on to how men and women view being by themselves. Or at least I hope it came across that way. Men see it as being alone to enjoy the peace. Women see it as being lonely without having anyone to share your experiences with. And this is one of those key things women don't think about when they put in for that 70% plus divorce rate. Women will end up lonely and men will just end up alone. See the difference? If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.